Hello. Welcome to the stream. Today is 202nd stream and it's really cool. What I'm doing, I need to check my sound quality and everything because I played a bit with Nvidia Studio, Nvidia Broadcast Studio, and even if it's pretty cool, I understand one thing. Sound quality. Okay. And that thing was that, it's not for every computer. And surely it's not for my computer. 1 second. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I'm here. So surely it's not for mine computer, because for even simple operations like, I don't know, like blurring my background, which should be pretty simple, it's about, I don't know, 70% of my video GPU, video card resources, so it's pretty high. So yeah, and I tried also microphones in. I had not bad microphone itself, it's Razer, but I think, okay, if I enable studio mode itself also start eating about maybe 50% or like something of CPU, some of GPU. So yeah, if you have very high-end computer, of course, maybe you can save few bucks, but not buying good microphone and just using some very cheap microphone, executing Visual Nvidia Broadcast Studio, and it will save you something. But come on, looks like that studio require pretty decent GPU to run. So it was my test result. Let's start my stream. It should be available now. So, hey, my chatbot, can you connect to us? Okay, and I'll move to the screen all the chatbots and live transcriber service. So yeah, adding more and more load on my notebook, of course, doesn't help to utilize it very sufficiently, because it's become pretty under pressure, under load, let's say that. Okay, so what are the news today? Looks like my microphone level is slightly high. What are the news today? Okay, now it should be slightly better. Yeah, because I'm sorry, I don't want to be super loud. And let's see how my announcer will work with my stream. Give me a second. So what I'm doing my announcer, and it's getting the messages from the chatbot, as you see, and it says, okay, it's message for streamer. It should read it now.
Hi, glad to be here.
Okay, so at least some messages in the chat you can leave. I shouldn't miss them. You heard that sound. So, oh, and nice some Chinese character here. It's okay, you see, it's whisper. It's started with English level in configuration, so it understands that I talk only English. But anyway, it's trying to transcribe something Chinese. Chinese is everywhere, Chinese in DeepSeek, here. So everywhere is Chinese. And the nice thing that I looked at some reasoning of O3 models yesterday. I did pretty long tests, and at some point of time in few chats I also see that it's do reasoning in Chinese. So, yeah, while we here, let's see if we have any news. I believe that would be the right product. And we look in here for the DeepSeek status normally. Let's refresh that page. And we see that, yeah, there are some issues with API. Partial outage still. Yeah, they said that every day that fix has been implemented and we are monitoring the results, but it's never been fixed from that part. And I understand, because if it's fixed, all they will switch to that. But again, there are possibilities like Microsoft. It's available on Microsoft Azure. You could deploy the full DeepSeek model in the Azure AI Studio, and you will receive your own API key and yeah, address, so you can execute the models as many as you wish, and it will never leave United States. So maybe why they still, yeah, pressing on it to block their API, and interface should be available. So let's just test it. Hi. Syncing. Okay, the user just said hi. Okay, it should sync very fast. But see, it says still that some services is temporarily unavailable. What are the most recent AI news in the last 24 hours? And let's see if it will be able to search for that AI news. So it still can reasoning. Today is not October 2023. So of course cut off, but it looks like, see, I tried to search. What are the most, let's ask again, recent AI news from January 31, February 2nd, 2025. Can you search for this? And let's see if it can be able to do search. Okay, looks like it don't want to search. Let's copy that once again. Let's just refresh the page and let's just start a new chat and ask that again. Hi DeepSeek, can you help me once again? As I understand, they have all type of problems, so they probably need to limit their internet usage. I can access real-time of future data. I need to let that know I can provide information beyond. Okay, and if you'll just other model, network error, can you do that once again? And so interesting that without DeepSync, it's July 2024 cutoff date. Quantum machine learning advancement in DJ research. I see it's optimistic. DeepSeek is quite optimistic, you see. Okay, no way of getting the latest news from here. Probably we can do it from O3 Mini. What is? Nice, thank you. Let's do the search. Probably it should do some searching, but the thing is, it didn't do showing you what sites it did search, etc., etc. Not like DeepSeek, at least in initial versions. So it's, of course, it's searching something. It provides you some responses, and sometimes it's, you see, provides some link to the news. And we could see at least that it's like from February 2nd. It's from 2025. Nice. It's from today in Europe probably. And it has also some of February 1st news. So yeah, a lot of news. Okay, let's just review very quickly them just to be in trend, and we'll switch to some maybe development or so. And probably we'll try our O3 Mini because I believe it's the latest model available. Yeah, we don't have full version of O3 yet. So yeah, we don't have that. Yeah, let's see the response. DeepSeek, disruptive impact and regulatory scrutiny. DeepSeek controversy and state bans. Texas take action and ban the use of Chinese AI platform DeepSeek. By the way, Governor Greg Abbott, nice man. Yeah, I know that he was on inauguration of Donald Trump, and they have some conversation in his speech after inauguration speech when he go down. So looks like, of course, it was agreed with some White House, let's say that. So they banned DeepSeek usage in government issues devices, which I believe is proper decisions. You know, looks like I even stopped that Nvidia thing, but it's doing my computer very slow. I enabled in Nvidia application some optimization for OBS today, and it's, you know, it's still like settings. Application is optimized, revert. Okay, let's see if I'll do the same Lex now. It's revert. I'll revert all the optimization. Maybe I need to restart it, but yeah, I don't want. Okay, let's see other things. Okay. US regulatory probe. Chip usage under investigation. So, which sent US inquiry was launched into the whether DeepSeek had been using export restricted Nvidia chips. They go to wrong direction. Of course, it should be one part, but other part, DeepSeek just explained everything, and it could be achieved on much smaller, much older Nvidia chips, and we see all of that. We executed LLM on my local machine, and we saw how it's working. It's working pretty nice locally, and there are no issues with that. Meta, friends, what start to 2025? Frenzied, with frenzied. Policy overhauls and AI ambitions. Meta, one of the global leaders, announced a series of sweeping changes. According to Business Insider, company reveals major updates to its content moderation policies. Okay, which you know, pretty old but maybe useful. Oh, hi Lada Prince. Yeah, we just investigated something. We weren't into new projects or something. We just go and investigate some things with all the different models, all the different AI strategies, AI products released at the end of the January. So yeah, it was all of that. But yeah, long time not to see. Let me see why I couldn't hear your messages. So it was messages using function call. Okay. Messages for streamer? No. Okay, it decided that it shouldn't announce me your message actually. And what else? And now it's message. Message is for streamer. Yes. It's great to see you again. Have been so, and it looks like my code not checking yes, not equal no, but it's equal Yeah, it's sync only for yes. Okay, we need to fix my code. I created some code which will announce some messages, you know, and it doesn't work because looks like I did not proper comparison somewhere. Let's do very quick fix. Yeah, we tested local executed models. You're probably interested in that. We tested DeepSeek model, one of the latest model. So we tested how it's good or not. We used DeepSeek R1 distilled on Qwen 7B, 7 billion parameters. So, and it's perform not bad. We configured it to use 16,000 tokens, like most of our models. But it performed, I'd say, so not bad, but not exactly good as ChatGPT or for our prompts. Maybe we need to rewrite our prompts slightly, but for our prompts, it's just haven't done all the beauty from the first try. Okay, and we have handle message and should respond to message. No. Where is it? Where is it? Recent transcript. Create completion. Hold on. Message. Should respond to message. Let me make it smaller anyway. Maybe it would be faster. Okay. Recent fetch, recent transcript, message. Response, if skip message, then okay. Handle message. Okay. Conversation history, recent transcript, fetch. Message, response, create chat completion, okay. Finish reason, outer, function, append again, final content. Oh, maybe here. I see. So we just see if it's censored, and if it's censored and it contains anything after we censor that message, we ask if message for streamer, and if it's message for streamer, we just say text to speech with some voice, censored message. Okay, and so it would be here. This method is message for streamer. For some reason it doesn't want to open it. Let's go here. We include some context, recent history, user, and we say define the following message and respond yes or no. And here we just refine content equals yes. You know, let's try to verify content. Maybe we can say to something like to lower strip. It's already strip. Okay, we don't need strip. What is blame? Post. Uncommitted changes. Okay. Invalid syntax. Okay. The lower no. Maybe we should also update here. Response with yes or no only. Don't add any new characters except those. Okay. Extend user content, recent history, and maybe you know what if we just extend it once again? Okay, let's not think. So let's say it's no. Okay, looks good. All right. I will not restart my chat right now, but normally, yeah, on the next execution it should do better. So about Facebook policy, so they will disable the roles to about fact checking, and they ramp up AI investments. You know how the companies do AI investments? They cut the jobs. They just decided, okay, that amount of people should go, and we use those money which we receive from those people, we will invest them into AI. And it's the same strategy for Microsoft, for Google, and for Meta, and it's confirmed. It's all the news about it. So I know people who already left those companies. So okay, hinted that Meta AI assistant might hit 1 billion users within a year. Okay. The strategic move come amid a competitive landscape increasing. Okay, so DeepSeek changed everything. It's like alien invasion changed everything. DeepSeek changed everything. And market reaction, investor caution and shifts. Investor intent showed that even as DeepSeek breakthrough triggers a historic sell-off, companies like Meta are repositioned to capitalize on the next wave of AI innovation. So yeah, most probably AI still will not go anywhere, and it will be receive a lot of investments. So what is that? European Union. When I hear European Union, I hear non-democratic. I don't know, no free speech, no nothing. I mean, one time it was countries about actual good level of human living, good level of research, and they created so many cool projects, and they invest into multiple fields. But right now, I don't know, Europe for me, it's like, it's worse than, I don't know, you called me the worst countries with worst dictators, etc., etc. Of course, maybe you can call Russia or Belarus or China or North Korea, and I say probably they should be above European Union right now in terms of freedom of speech and everything else. So they include mandatory AI literacy for staff and bans on certain high risks or manipulative AI practices to ensure responsible use of AI technologies across EU. That marks a pivotal step towards the structured governance of AI in Europe. So because of it, believe me, all the new models, all that search capabilities, all that agents, everything will be not allowed in EU because they work on that requirements. It would be like GDPR. Oh, you're not saving data of someone in our country, on territory of Europe or in that country, go away. So it would be that it. If I create an application right now and think about accessing that to multiple markets, probably I would skip EU because it's much more headache than profit. It's my feeling, but maybe it will be feeling for more people afterwards. Cracking down the harmful content. United Kingdom authorities moved to criminalize the use of AI tools to create child sexual abuse images. Okay. The merger underscored a global trend of tightening regulation about misuse of AI in sensitive and potentially harmful areas. Maybe some use of AI should be prohibited for sure, but it's good intentions which caused very bad consequences, believe me. So we will look out after AI because you can create, I don't know, some child abusive images, but then you wouldn't be able to create anything. So next they will prohibit you to create abusive images for political figures or for people in power or respectful people, etc., etc. So you will be bent to criticize everything with AI, etc., etc. So you can smile. Oh, and probably, of course, immigrants. It should be banned to create any content about immigrants and possible. Yeah, let's go next. Executive order reversal. On the legal front, the new administration under President Trump reversed several of previous Biden-era AI oversight measures. The shift highlighted in legal analysis signals a policy environment more geared toward deregulation and rapid innovation, even as other jurisdictions. So you see, in United States, they said, hey, researchers, hey, developers, hey, everyone, just think about how you can utilize AI to do money, to do good, maybe to do bad, but we will we will catch you, and everything else. So they said less regulation, more work, more creativeness, everything. But what's going on in Europe? Vice versa, more regulation, more. If you want to create one application, then you need fill, I don't know, like 100 papers that say and disclose the code, everything. So everyone will be sure that it couldn't be used potentially, I don't know, harm someone feelings, and harm someone feelings. You couldn't create applications which never will harm someone feelings. If you have button close, it could harm someone feelings, and so on. Upstick in AI skills. A recent LinkedIn survey revealed that 52 workers now believe acquiring AI skills will significantly boost their careers. It's not true, but you should always learn. And AI skills, it's a very wide terminology. What's mean AI skill? Write some prompt. Now you just can speak like to a normal person to AI and say, hey, I want that and that. It's more logical skill. If you can logically create some task, it would be. So, and other industry moves, sector privates, companies such Canadian Bitcoin miner consider it a pivot to AI-powered data centers, signs that industries across the board are rethinking their strategies. Okay. Conclusion, I will not read. Okay, it's pretty good conclusion. It's pretty good research by Mini High version. It's go and bring some news, and looks like it's not only looking at that news from some, I don't know, some storage like Google page, but actually it's go to that Business Insider and read that article, or at least it use some news API, which, as we already know, not completely free for everyone. So yeah. Okay, so what we have next? Maybe, yeah, because I have few ideas for the project over the last few days, and I've recorded them, and some of those ideas already implemented, so I deprioritize them at the moment, and I just want to finish the project. I know just to the state when I can provide it to the people I like and I love, and maybe more people, especially taking into account those facts that right now it's so much simpler to provide them some abilities to try it with very low, for very low money. I could handle some of those expenses myself, unless for the first 100 people, maybe no more, because again, Azure AI allow me to execute there are multiple tools, not just Azure. I just worked with Azure, so I know how to utilize it. It's multiple services in one place, and you can deploy any model in Azure, and it will be much cheaper than executing requests to any OpenAI SDK or something. And as we saw in previous streams, OpenAI significantly reduced price for their new model. So O3 Mini High, while it overcoming O1 model and probably O1 Pro, cost on the level of O1 Mini and it's just maybe twice as much as DeepSeek API on their official site, which, as you saw, doesn't work right now. So probably on that computer I have another project. I'll just go and see how. I just think that video creator AI, don't save. Video creator AI helper probably will help me with those projects. So let's remember what are those projects doing. It's basically my main project. I started it by recommendation of ChatGPT that it should be done in Docker, everything. So I already did that, and probably to be able to execute, to work with that project more efficiently, I need, I write in every steps required. So because I execute locally my web application, I need to run DB, which is Microsoft SQL Server. I haven't installed it, but I need to, I downloaded Docker image with that, and I just need to start the Docker image. For that, I need to start Docker application first. And I don't know what's going on my computer so much. Oh, LM Studio started by default. Looks like there are no models uploaded, but I need to see what's going on, what's eating my resources. What is that? Voice AI, close. It's something I tried. I'm afraid. Llama, quite. Quit, not quite. Okay. Now I should be start because I need to start Docker desktop. Okay. Yes, that's it. Are you started? I'm not sure. Normally it's saying I need to restart some containers, etc., etc. Okay. We just call unicorn application just to start my web server. Is my application somewhere? Okay, and it couldn't connect to SQL, load, or DBC. Invoke creator, and why it couldn't do? So many streams. So many, code here. Import module. GCD import module. Let's see our first Docker image. Now it's restored. Probably we just can go here, click Ctrl C, and execute once again the same thing. Maybe it just Docker with DB wasn't ready and it's just failed on connection. Yes, it was the thing. Okay, so let's create hello, what's going on my computer? I know that I have several tabs, but come on. Localhost dashboard. Hello, romantic developer. Okay, and we have our default config, and we have our default config. Okay, and the next step was to, we have some prompts and we have some parameters for the config. And we want to make those prompts looks better. I now remember. So it would be interesting. It would be interesting if we can, if ChatGPT or 3 Mini could handle all our files. For that, we will open another command prompt here and try to execute Python gather files. And it has all file outputs here. So let's try to ask that O3 Mini our questions. So our questions would be like that. Hi, I have a code. I got most of the files from my project below. Could you please help me to okay, it's the same browser. I'm just, yeah. Could you help me to really? Maybe I need to disable it for this session. Okay, to improve design in this part as well for creation. It should be more bootstrap and pleasant. And okay, at least this model on that input still doing good, and it's fine because why? Because it doesn't allow to attach anything, you see. But at the same time, the context size is pretty big. Context window size, basically it's amount of the text which this model able to handle without starting hallucination and forgetting the things. It's about 200 characters, 200 tokens, 200,000 tokens, and it's mostly would be 150,000 words. Maybe for developer code it would be slightly less because it's not exactly the same proportion for usual text and for developer text, because as you know, probably as you know, their number of tokens is highly dependent on its dictionary, and the tokens are used to build from the text using something, some phrases, some part of the text which are in dictionary. Their let's say their tokens, and based on the dictionary, because they have, for example, they have one for every character you can input, they have something in dictionary. But that we mean that, for example, let's imagine now that if you don't enter anything except English, and we can count all the characters which we can input on our keyboard, and most probably it would be because our keyboard has about 100 keys plus maybe with shift, so some capital keys and maybe some symbols. So anyway, it would be about 200, maybe 250 characters at most. If you add new language, maybe it would be like 300, maybe more. So language about 25 characters and plus capitals or if language has some letters which can have different accents or something, okay, it can be like 400 for one language, and so on, so on. But actually, their dictionary size, it contains not only from single characters, but from some combination, from some like components of the words. And it's also piece of art to create the dictionary. And then when you do actually tokenization, you create embeddings, and models work with that embedding. So, and it's operate with that embedding. So it's not operating with text. But the thing is that, yeah, the more nice dictionary you have, then the more better and more cool it could create. Yeah, analyze context of what you're talking about and see if it's, for example, you say, I don't know, some word like queen. Yeah, if you say about Queen of England or queen in a cards game, or maybe some queen of the scene based on what was before. So yeah, it's all the theory which we probably will look later if we want to create something from real scratch, some neural network from how it was defined before. I also found several videos which doing that and doing pretty great. So it's really hard to build something completely new. But yeah, so it says prompt form HTML replace with something like that, and it will do that things. And it display button styles, everything, which is really cool. And also the very cool thing about O3 Mini, that it could search internet. So if it decided it need bootstrap styles reference, it can go and check it. If it decides something else, it can go and check it. So it's really, really cool. Let's see if it will do what we need. It would be our surely it's not our routers, it's our templates, and it would be parameter config, correct. It's basically prompt form. So it's for channels, configs, prompt form. And what if we just replace what we received to that? Okay, looks good. And let's see how it will work. For this, we just can go here and restart the page, because it should. Nice. It's really nice. The only thing that cancel is working actually. And if you add new prompt, nice. Really nice. You know, I like it. Let's see how good it is context. Can you do the same changes, the similar changes for parameters form? For parameters form. Let's see. And the good thing about it, reasoning, that it should do it pretty fast. So it shows the way how it thinks, again with not so many details, and it provides the answer, and that's it. And if you look, it think like 5 seconds, and maybe streamed the response for us maybe another few seconds. That's it. So of course it's much faster than you can expect from O1 Pro or even O1 Mini model. No, let's edit once again. Yeah, looks good. Add new parameter, let's say API base URL, some value. Let's delete previous one. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so we created our config at some form. Now we just need to think about creating a tasks. So, recent tasks. It would be very hard comparing to all other questions. So let's see how it can handle that. Why it would be much harder? Because we will ask not just change styles to look good, but we will ask to develop some functionality, change DB model, change interface, and implement something here as well. So let's try to implement another task. I have a page for creating tasks. Like from here. So let's remember what does a task are. In our core, in our database level, no, in our models level, we have our task. And task is config prompt, config parameter task. It has user ID who created the task. It has video file, YouTube URL, status, created at, and all our relationship. So I'm thinking of renaming task to maybe let's make it more specific. It's not just task, it's just file, correct? Maybe it's video file, but it's not task. It just, okay, we have video file and that's it. It's not task. Task, it's something we want to do with that file. So basically when we select a task, I believe we also could choose a channel, of course, and also one of the user channel. Does it have user ID? Yes. And also it could be some of the config. Or we just could choose config, which also will have user channel, of course, and configuration, some description of that configuration, and also prompts and parameters. So config basically will guide us what we want to do with that, file, video file. And we could have it in multiple ways. So as video link, as video ID, or okay, YouTube ID, YouTube link, or physical file, or physical audio file, physical video file, or even transcript. Maybe we want to work with transcript. What's going on? My mouse is moving. Now it should be fine. So let's go and ask that question. Why does it say Azure CI/CD pipeline? Okay, it just get first file from my all the files, and it was about deployment. And in deployment, because I host the code in Azure, is in Azure DevOps, in Azure, yeah, DevOps, and I have pipelines to deploy it to Azure services, that Docker container and everything. So that's probably why it calls it chat like that. I am thinking of renaming this entity and pages at least to video file, at least to Should it be video file? Should it be task? Let's call it input file because it represents some source of information for us to build a transcript. We need update this object with required properties based on my next description. We need to rename and update this object. Also, we need to rebuild an interface to allow specify this link as YouTube, specify this source as YouTube link, specify this source as link to raw video or audio file in internet. Allow user to upload video or audio file. Allow user to provide transcript of the audio file or upload a transcript in one of the formats. It all represent one source file entity. In result, we want to get transcript, which would be the main result we will use forward with our functionality. So we need to support multiple ways of getting this based on user scenarios. Please make all the changes in model, core, logic, templates, and so on. You can share your recommendations if you have, or ask any questions to better understand the task. By the way, is it normal to call task? I heard it so many times, and just recently I understand that task should be pronounced like task, not task. Maybe just because of my culture, but I heard it from multiple cultures. So let's see what it's doing. I'm piecing together how better support diverse user scenarios, better shaping model, core logic, templates, involves of renaming entities and adding fields to capture more properties, mapping inputs. I'm reworking the model to handle input source like YouTube links, raw, build the input model, mapping out attributes, mapping out updates, adjusting user connection, update endpoint logics, to model changes. New model file, replace the old task model with the new input model and update the user relationship accordingly. For example, user. Okay, let's start doing that. Let's initially update our input file. Should we immediately connect input file to some config? Of course. If it's YouTube channel. We can connect one YouTube input file to multiple configs. Or it's just optional. It's interesting question. Okay. So let's replace our tasks with input file and user. We have relationship backpopulates user, and here input file user input files. Input what? Input file, and we call it input files. Let's check. Input files, input file. Okay, we did it right. What else? Listing input files. Assuming we were previously handling tasks in your dashboard router, update and endpoints for listing and creating input files entries. For example, input files for listing. One. Let's go to our dashboard, and it would be in our routers. And we have tasks. Now it would be have name input files. It's interesting question. Do we need write everywhere if not current user redirect to login B2C? Template input files list. Request input files. So we get all the input files by user. Create an input file. New input file would be in dashboard PI. Multi-port from data encoding. For example, new input file, new. Let's remove it completely. And it would have create. Let's remove that thing. We already have different modules. So everything could be none except input method. We have upload transcripts. Okay, I need to solve that issue with override one day. Template changes, list templates, input file list. Create a new folder, templates, input files. Okay, I like it more. So we have templates, new folder, input files. And in that folder, we just create new file. And what would be the name? List. Nice. But in that case, it's better to... No. It's better to... So that list should also exist in something like dashboard, in our dashboard HTML, correct? we probably wouldn't be able to include that list file there. New file, form HTML, and we just copy that. And let's see what else. And it doesn't have a code to show us. So new input file form, template response, and for list it has input files, list HTML form. Okay, for the next step, dynamic form behavior, you may want to add JavaScript that listen to change on the input method dropdown. Based on the selection, you only show the fields relevant for that method. For example, if YouTube select, only show the YouTube URL field. Validation, proper YouTube provided. If upload is selected, ensure that file is present. File storage and security, user experience, more than unpleasant, testing, test, etc., etc. Can you please update dashboard accordingly? Maybe on the dashboard just show the last 10 files and have a link to the full list. What do you think? I like ask the models what they think. I'll drink some water. How to do that? Maybe I could hide my camera somehow, no? Okay, very small delay while I'll keeping my while I'm drinking my water, and we will see how fast it's done. 9 seconds. Normally if in one model it would think at least minute, I believe, or at least 30 seconds. Never 9 seconds. So it really excels in coding task. So give me 1 second. I'll do something like that. And something like that. Hi here. I need some scene here with, videos which run in loops, just to have ability to do some quick break. Okay. So let's see what we see here. Updating mapping progress. Let's think. Below is one way to update the dashboards along with link. This example assumes that you already updated your model and points. Below changes to your dashboard and point templates. Update dashboard and point. So dashboard get recent order by created text configs template. Let's go to our dashboard. It should be in our routers, dashboard routers, and that is our main router. And we just go here. Oh, really? I forgot. It should start from here, I believe. Recent input files, configs, and probably that's it. Yeah. So, and what else? let's see. The query, input files, filter, order, creation time. Actually, it's right solution. I never ask it about logic. Oh, I said last 10. Yeah, okay. Did I? Maybe last 10. Yeah, that's why it shows it recent. Okay. But probably even if I don't say last 10, I just say 10, I hope it would do the same way. Recent input files. Okay, update the dashboard template. And it has edit for your configs and table for recent input files. And okay, let's copy and let's go to see our template dashboard. Dashboard, tasks, configs. View all input files, configs. Looks good. So let's see our unicorn. Doesn't say here any updates. Oh, actually we see now. Cannot import task from app core models. Yeah, we couldn't. Let's go here. And it's core what? Model spy. And it's in which file? Dashboard. Dashboard. And we have user. We have input. Input file config. Overwrite. And let's see. We see that issue just because file is not defined, and it's going on in dashboard. Let's see the previous response. So maybe it just didn't say that we need to update something. Okay, file, fast API file, fast API form, status, and file, and upload file. Yeah, all right. Reloading, and looks like it's doing good. No, yeah, it's doing good. No, create table. It's already understands itself that it need to create table. Nice. Okay. So dashboard. Recent input files last 10. No input files. Yes. Tasks not found. Nice. Tasks. Probably we can now remove that at all. Delete. And I don't think we have any routers specifically designed for tasks. YouTube. No, it's just for authentication at YouTube. And yeah, that's it. Okay, looks good. So now we should be good. We have dashboards, we have channels, we have admins. Oh, we don't have page back. It's admin page I've created, very simple, and dashboard. So, and here no input files last 10 yet. Let's do one simple thing. We just go into our templates and we have base template. And we have our, and we call it not tasks, but input files and do that same path here. Okay. Dashboard, input files, add new input file. Nice. I like interface it create. YouTube link. Okay. What be the YouTube link? So we can also upload file. We can enter transcript. We can upload transcript file. Nice. So I'm open another browser. My computer like trying its best, but looks like it's really struggling. Let me try to help him. So I enabled under computer fan just to help cool down it, because I see, I don't know, it shows that frame skip to the rendering lag only 0.1%, but I feel like it's happening all the time. And it says that temperature here is nice, but CPU load is very high. You see? And why CPU load is so high? 99%. And you don't believe me? But the most load is... Okay, now it's something different. But before, for CPU, it was system interrupts. Python, okay. Okay, it's expected. But probably we could even limit that once we start using... Once we start using our GPU more effectively. Are you still recording me? Ooh, what? Okay, Whisper, sorry. I see that you tried really hard. So, is it because of Whisper? Oh, come on. Again, it should send small chunks and that's it. I never think that it will use as much memory. So, okay. Oh. It's actually continuously trying to do the thing, but yeah. What else? OBS Studio, NitroSense, some antivirus executables, and some proxy services which I'm not aware of. Hopefully it's not viruses. Okay, Docker desktop, just one person, so I initially think maybe it's him, but no, it's not him. So now 88%, 84, maybe slightly best, and CPU at 3253. Maybe we need to increase the speed. GPU is low, but no one actually use it. Okay, we need to make Whisper use GPU. Okay. Let's just open Romantic Developer. And yeah, let's just maybe copy copy the link. Okay, let's just insert YouTube link and click submit. Internal server error. Why it's so? OS not defined, and it's not defined in dashboard py. Okay, let's refresh. Still, did you preserve it? Line 83. Create new file. DB session get DB. User get current user request DB. If not, user redirect. Looks like normal sync. File path equals none. If uploaded file, we surely haven't uploaded any file. Okay, let's try go back and click submit once again. So we preserve it. We save it. But it doesn't want to reload the sync. You know, let's just maybe click Ctrl C here. We don't need you. You can go error, error, error. So every time I click Ctrl C, so let's execute it once again. We have exact command in our README file. Copy, paste, reload, start. Application startup complete. Let's go here once again. Dashboard, no input files. Yes, a recent input file was 10. Okay, it's something we need also to change. Edit, config, create new config, default config, prompts. Yeah, prompts now, nice. Input files and new input file. We have some our YouTube link. Click submit. Come on. Denied uploads. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Let's ask our GPT-4o. I am in WCL Ubuntu. Oh no, I'm not in WCL Ubuntu context. I forgot where I'm working. Let's see. And my user should be something like that. Successfully processed one file later. Okay. Let's refresh, continue. Still issues. Why it's trying to upload something? So it has what? Routine, handler, whatever. And then it says permission denied uploads. Line 92, create input file, open file. Upload dirs, make dirs true. Uploaded file. Actually, we don't have any file. Let me see on the form. Once again, list, input file, form, and YouTube URL, placeholder. Okay, something, example, okay. Uploaded video, audio. Uploaded file, accepts. So it's empty, no file chosen, no file chosen. YouTube link. Probably, yeah. I don't know how to connect to debugger here. Start debugging, run without debugging. It's fine. Terminal. And that's it. And in debug, show automatic Python configuration. Fast API. Python debugger. Okay. Looks like we even completed that one. Submit. Input files. Add input file. Submit. Okay. What we have here? Input method YouTube. Fine. Okay. YouTube URL empty. User file path. Uploaded file. Spoiled temporary file object? Really? It's interesting why YouTube URL is empty. So file path, uploaded file name, empty. Permission denied on uploads. So, you know what? Well, maybe let's ask our ChatGPT first, but then also we can ask why we have that spoiled file at all. So, looks like I have an issue with preserving input file. The funny thing that I input YouTube link, but it doesn't show in debugger as set. Instead, I see some spoiled object or file which I left blank. Let's state everything we know and let's see how it could reason. You need to check not only that file upload object exists in present, but also that is not empty file name. So let's see. Yeah, it looks very reasonable. Okay. Why you don't tell us that initially? We are so new in that all that thing, all that word transcript dear. Upload transcripts. Upload transcripts, upload transcripts, make dear. Exist, okay, true. Status pending, db at new commit, redirect input file. Commit. Explanation, uploads, handling over other fields. Provides YouTube link on other non-upload inputs. The file fields are skipped and the corresponding database column remains none. Okay, let's see if it will work now. Can it format? Okay, let's just stop that execution. And we now have debugger fast API created for us in seconds for debug our website. Let's see. And we go here, dashboard. Really. Line 88. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Fill it to run black. Okay. Can you do like watch? Refresh it? Skip. Start detected changes reloading. Okay. And now? Okay, let's click restart. Nice, looks like it's restarted. Finally. So now we entered something, correct? And if we click submit, let's see, YouTube URL is present. Nice. So now if we click uploaded file, even if it's exists, but file name is not, and transcript uploaded file also exists. Okay, let's remove that breakpoint and go, and we looks like we received that file here, transcript. Okay, what about dashboards? Now we have files and we can see all input files. Okay, what else we can do today? Method YouTube. Method YouTube status pending, created at something. Method YouTube. So the next step, when we specify YouTube, we need to download it because we need a real file in audio or video to be able to work with. So the question is, will we want to keep all of those links into that object or not? Input file, add new input file. Let's try to see if we can upload something. So we input method, upload video audio file, okay, and just click submit. Uploads, and it's actually uploaded here. Yes. Yeah, it's uploaded. Nice. Okay. So that part is executed, except we don't support uploading large files. Large files is always complex because, and we don't support uploading, that files and then restore uploading once we go somewhere. Maybe we will do it later, but at least we have some uploaded files here. So the next question is, okay, looks like it's working. What will be your suggestion if YouTube link is specified? I want to download YouTube file and put it into some storage. When deployed to prod, Azure, I want to use Azure storage. When executed locally, it could be some folder here. What is the best approach to implement it for my code? Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm more than sure that that task already existed before me and multiple developers solve it. I just was tricked by ChatGPT to create all of that things in Python, which I still learning, and Fast API, which I never used before. So let's see what it says. Maybe, so maybe just an idea. Of course, it would be some kind of like interface. So interface to upload your file somewhere and provide the result back. And you just implement two versions of those interface, like local and like as many versions as you want. It could be local file, it could be like FTP server, it could be Azure storage, and so on, so on. So whatever you want. And then with some methods, there are well-known dependency injection method, or which could, yeah, exchange implementation for your interface on fly based on some multiple other options, or some other way. Just you specify which interface you want to use, etc. It could initiate it and use it, but the implementation would be exactly the same. So it should be really simple to exchange in development and in prod. So I'm more than sure that it will provide me something like that. Recommendation sample code ideas that can help cleanly abstract and implement file storages. So abstract storage logic, create storage interface, yes. And it would be upload file, get file, delete file. Implement two providers, local storage provider and Azure Blob storage provider in Azure. And then selecting the provider based on the environment. If environment is production, we connection string container name, and we return, yeah, so it's not dependency. So it's very simple implementation of dependency injections, like we just return our provider in our where in storage init.py. Cool. I never seen init.py used for anything else except just empty. And what we'll see here in create YouTube file from YouTube, you can do something like that. Create input file from YouTube, get redirect, download, open the download file as binary and use the storage provider to upload it. Downloader, YouTube video file, and it would be video folder or GG file path. So yeah, we need to rewrite our downloader and new input file, create and save input file record accordingly, stored file URL, uploaded file, etc. Recommendation summary, environment based selection. Yeah, so idea is clear. Yeah, maybe we just want to adjust slightly before we will copy into my application, but it's very clear. And I like so far, yeah, our model. And just a reminder, I'm using basically ChatGPT O3 Mini, in that case high model, because I have access to that, and it's great in coding and logic, and I just can confirm that it's really great. So yeah, because you see it's basically implemented for us. It's all implemented for us. The only thing what I like to do yeah, probably it would be complex to use that model in some tools because yeah, you can use all the tools supposed to work through API, and that model for me right now available only in interface. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see the all our models. We have our models from O3 Mini, and it's here, and it is probably O3 Mini, not the high. It's probably O3 Mini medium. Let's look maybe some quick start. Create and export API key. Setx in PowerShell. Make your first API request. Install. Generate text. Acute BBC Otter. Messages. Next steps. Embedding speech to text moderation. Fine tuning batch. Full API reference. By the way, in my project, we of course use a lot of chat completion. A lot. We use text to speech, speech to text. We haven't used fine tuning. We use moderation. We haven't used batch request for sync jobs. And we haven't used image generation yet. But we need to fix that. What is batch? A separate pool or significantly higher rate limits and a clear 24-hour turnaround time. Higher rate limits. The service is ideal for processing jobs that doesn't require immediate responses. You can also explore the API reference directly here. Overview. Running evaluation, classifying large dataset, embedding content repositories. So it's cost 50 times less. Okay, so if we will use O3 with batch, completion window 24 hours, really? 24 hours. Really, I like faster than 24 hours. Come on. Retrieve. So when we create batch, input file endpoints, completion window, input file ID, create OpenAI. Create read stream, JSON-L, batch. For now, it can only be set. You can use input file object ID to create a batch. In this, let's assume batch object, and it has ID, returned ID. And then you can retrieve batch ID and see in console that its status batch. Retrieving the results. OpenAI files, content, file. File response, text log, file content. The output JSON-L will have one response line for every successful request line in the input file. Any failed request in the batch file will their error information written an error that will, okay. So that is the response, chat completion, canceling batch, cancel. Getting list of all batches, okay. Model availability, O3 Mini. Rate limits. Per batch limits. A single batch may include up to 50,000 requests. Limited to 20 megabytes in size. Note that embedding batches are also restricted to a maximum of 50,000 embedding inputs. No limits for output tokens or number of submitted requests. Today. Batch expiration. You will be charged for tokens consumed from any completed request. So it's interesting. I'm more than sure. Okay, it's already exists mostly a year. I think bad jobs and lower price. Okay, setup, install, get everything, client, categories, summary, one sentence summary, get data, read. We use Panda, yeah. And then we system prompt, get description, or mini temperature, response JSON object, message, categorize, description, get, message content. For row, and we just took 5 from the rows, description, title, and we see result. And batch file is JSON L. Should contain one line JSON object per request. Each request defined as such. Custom ID, method, URL, body, model, messages. So task equals messages system, user, append, and then we just write that into some JSON-L. File, create file, purpose batch, file name, print, these files, with what? Client files create. And then we need to create a batch job. Completion 24 hours, checking batch status, receiving results. Nice, nice. And with images, no, it's completion, image URL, display image, get caption, image URL, title. So we can use even GPT-4o Mini content title, image URL to get Turbo Vision's capabilities. Okay. Testing, image caption. Then we can send it for generating of images. Okay, for image descriptions. Getting results, showing, wrapping up. Okay. So batch is pretty cool feature, but 24 hours turnaround actually looks pretty long. So maybe not for our task of describing YouTube videos, because mostly we want it much faster, or any videos. But if we will talk about something like analyzing old video, some new prompts, updating some vector DB, etc., maybe it sounds good. Okay, and the last thing I want to test. So it's getting started. GPT models, reasoning models use O3 Mini. I just want to see about O3 Mini reasoning model, provide supports key developer structural, functional batch API, and more. It's designed to excel at science, math, coding, knowledge cutoff October. Mini, nice context window, 2000 tokens, 2000 hundreds tokens, and output tokens, really cool. And basically that's it. You see, even for model like O1, basically for O1 it's also 2000 tokens, O1 Mini less. So O3 Mini much more. Hopefully O3 full will have much more bigger amount of tokens, hopefully. And for reasoning guides, think before the answer, quick start, write a batch file, user prompt, log message content, reasoning of word, low, medium, high. speed and high. So maybe O3 for OpenAI also can support high. So yeah, in some ways it could be code refactoring, given React sample below, and it's use O3 Mini to do use case examples. Okay. So most probably we can use it, maybe not with my developer key yet, because I need to spend more than $100 and it's really hard. Really hard to spend using my custom project, because it's, still everyone says OpenAI is so costly compared to DeepSeek, but it's very hard to spend those money. You need, I don't know, train new model, etc., etc., a lot of things. So let's try what we want to ask here. Implement two providers, Azure Blob storage. Okay. Copy storage app storage base. Let's go and create that app. New file, no. New folder, storage. New file, base py, storage base. Copy. Okay, upload file and return it in requests. Looks good. And in the same provider, we can have local storage. And we want to have Azure Blob storage. What is the name? Azure storage. Use the Azure Blob SDK to implement file storage in Azure. Selection provider, app storage init py. Let's create that file. New file init py. And we just copy, insert, Azure storage connection string, Azure storage container. Okay. YouTube link of file upload, you can do something like Python somewhere create YouTube, create file from YouTube, downloader, recommended summary, user feedback, and upload, which can be time consuming. And about Azure, we just need install those things. So let's install them and add them into our requirements. For that, we can go here or here. So, and we can immediately start trying to use our requirements file, it would be requirements, and we just can say Azure. Yeah, it's growing. Equals. So let's see the versions immediately. 12, it would be Blob, and Azure identity would be 1.19.0. Okay. So with that, we shouldn't have any issues in Azure storage. Unable to import. Blob service client. Third-party import should be placed before first-party import storage provider. Unable to import. Why so? Let me replace their places. It's from Pylint. It's know about it, but it couldn't be imported. Yeah. So it should be reloaded. Blob service client, Azure Blob, Blob service client, Azure Blob. Object model. No, it looks good. Okay, let's not investigate that. So what's next? Method upload. To do. Let's go and execute something called like gather file. Okay, thank you. My latest code for your reference. Please. Should we be able to change those files? Probably no. Let's improve page. So we will hide place. We will hide controls based on selection of type. Manual transcript. Also add type. Upload transcript for case with uploading it. Also add page to view input file. We don't want to provide ability to edit yet. the link to this page should be available in dashboard and in input file and designated input file lists pages. So select based on environment, and here we just get storage provider and preserve it. Get storage provider, preserve it, and we have our stored file URL. So with each file right now, what we have separate things for each file. For basically each file here represented by in our application. Oh, actually, it's not my application. So it's represented by folder. Let me show you. So in my projects, in Romantic Developer, YouTube AI Helper. So here it is. So if you will look on everything, we see our videos. Basically, it's each video file. It could be like in that case, we just put some file here. In all other cases, we said, hey, here is the link to YouTube video, please download it, etc. So it's downloaded that file from YouTube and save it here. We have also link to OGG file we created for Whisper because we don't need good quality. We just created some quality for Whisper. And maybe with YouTube videos, especially if it's yours, we still want to preserve full video just to create shorts or some other ideas, our bright ideas, which we haven't implemented yet. So, and we also could have a transcript. Let's say it would be original transcript. And we could have also all type of transcripts as well. So, most probably we need to have some additional entity with all possible files here, correct? With all possible file links or something. Let me see on our app, on our routers, in that case dashboard, to actually create a file. So we have YouTube URL, uploaded file, file path. So probably we could create the file initially, receive that file ID, which is not here, of course, but that would be once we create new input and we commit, we can have new input ID or something. Do we have IDs at all in that system? Yeah. And then in both cases, for YouTube or for local, we can create it in some subfolder. So of course for uploads, we could create folder for our user ID and then we could create in our user ID subfolder for file ID or something. And we will not be, we shouldn't have access to anything outside the user access or something. So it will, how we will upload it here or in our storage. So we will could have that folder structure. Okay, and then we still can have logically all files in that folder. I like the idea of folders. We can have files in that folder, but at the same time, for that in database models, like here, for each file, input file, probably we could have actual file URLs and links preserved in some additional file, input file, attributes maybe or something. And why it's so, we will have attribute like file path and type. Okay, it would be type file path. Subtype, and there we could have everything we need, like YouTube, original YouTube file, file whisper prepared file, transcript, original transcript file, change transcript file, like beautified transcript file, and so on and so on. Also, we could have some version attribute. So, and we will have all the links, and some of those links we will allow user to download, maybe like transcript files or something like YouTube, original YouTube file. We will allow to download only if they come from user channel where we can have access. For everything else, he could probably download just transcript, just to be fine with that policy, so YouTube wouldn't sue us. We allow some nice way to download in all their videos. So maybe it would be what we will do in the future. Let's see what the model responded to us so far. So let's see. Uploading the new input file form. YouTube show only YouTube URL, remote show only remote URL, upload media show file upload, manual upload transcript. Then add JavaScript snippet that listen to the change and hide the appropriate form groups. So it would be our add new file, copy, and script, JavaScript basically here. Let's go and test that. We have templates for input files and for form. Control V. Most probably because my computer is not super fast, it will not be updated. Okay, it's updated immediately. Remote, upload, manual transcript, upload transcript. Nice. Now it would be slightly harder to tweak us. still very possible, but yeah, it would have our view HTML. Okay, let's go here and say new file, view HTML. And add road into view. It would be probably now dashboard, but probably we need not dashboard, but something more. So dashboard, because dashboard should be responsible for dashboard things, but it's becoming more and more, you know, dependable. View. And we need update list dashboard page to include view link. So list, copy. Let's go and update input file list with our thing. And in dashboard page, we just copy that and go to dashboard page. Oh, it's dashboard HTML actually. Reset input files. We start from t-head and t-body. T-head, t-body, Control V. Can we do like formatting of the document? No. I don't want to search that. I want to format that. No. You don't allow me. Okay. After final save, it allowed me. Summary. Dynamic, new option. New option what? Okay, yes. And let's test it. So input files. Okay, actions view. Nice action. And in dashboard, I recent input files 10 ID view. Not found. Input files 2. Let's look at dashboard once again. View is here. And dashboard py is here. Input files, file ID. Maybe it's because of HTTP exception. Let's ask to fix it. You need to edit here. Accept. Control S. And now, still not found. Let's see what is our Python doing. Not found. We will stop that thing. And maybe we can run that thing again. So let's see. It should start loading the first page. Okay, it looks good. So, and from first page, if you click view, okay, now we could see uploaded file, status created, add back to input files. Nice, even it will uploaded video. Not found. Nice, at least it will not allow to download it directly from our uploads folder. But of course, the method would be not in our prod environment, I hope. So yeah, uploaded file. I'm sorry, let's see that view once again. So if input file YouTube URL here, if remote file here, if uploaded transcript uploaded file here. Okay, status, etc., etc. Okay, looks good. For now, I believe we are fine. I'll continue to work on that project, yeah, in my next streams, or maybe we'll find something new, something more interesting, and I'll keep it for my other hours if I had them. So for now, yeah, I believe I do about 2 hours of stream. Of course, the first half an hour was most interesting, where we discussed some bright AI news and state of the things in different countries, and so on, and my problems with Nvidia console, which is really not so reliable on my not very high-end computer. Even it has Nvidia GeForce RTX 40 something, which is mobile. Come on, that's in killing my computer too. Also, yeah, we need to think how to switch to version of Whisper which could support our my GPU, because right now it's pretty big load on my CPU because of it, up to 50%. Sometimes maybe it's go down like right now, sometimes it just go up. I'm not sure with what it's connected, but yeah. So even voice transcription requires some CPU power, you see. not just other stuff. So as always, wish you a very good day or night or whatever you have. And yeah, my usual thing to you, to be not only to be romantic in this world, not only value the true human properties over some admirable things, because all the admirable things, I mean, like money, power, I mean, it costs nothing if your soul is not in cozy place, you know. And having a lot of money not bring your soul anywhere. I don't say you shouldn't think about money and you shouldn't want it, but I mean, priority should be right. And of course, what make us rich in any case, it's our knowledge. So it's our back of knowledge in our head. So for that we should learn, and so many new openings now for learnings, like Nvidia developer, for example, a program now allow you to finish some learnings at their website and receive certificate, which normally is not free. Let me show it while we not finished. So let's go to Nvidia. I don't have my login details, developer and certifications. So right now they propose you to, last chance, it's some conference certification, and they have some get your workspace ready. Oh, it's workspace ready. Okay, it's not the thing I want to see. Strategies for success, January, freaking ask question, certification process, exam registration cost, certification center, get certified by Nvidia, certification, probably, let me think about it. Because I saw that news, I was able to do that, but let's Deep Learning Institute training and certification. Let's maybe go here. So what's new in training? And there are self-placed trainings which are very simple, like building LLM application with prompt engineering, etc., etc. And the interesting things that for that you can receive a certificate of competency, and normally they cost you about up to $90. So of course they have free courses, but also if I will be able to find that news right now. So yeah, it's self-placed, it's free, of course, but they after that will probably don't give you some certificate. But you see, you can go and take even some free courses here. Find training, self-placed course, certification. But for some areas, I believe they opened their free certification. Prepare your workspace. No. Infrastructure and operations, AI infrastructure, AI operators, generative AI and LLMs. So $125 exams, candidate evidence exam blueprints. Let's call Nvidia developer certification free certification. Offers free. Okay, maybe, yeah, in that case, it would help us to do that. So I see the Deep Learning Institute from Nvidia allow you to do some of those courses, and you can claim it, like I don't know, like for example, fundamentals of accelerated computer with CUDA, or getting started with deep learning, etc. Normally, you have access for 6 months, and you just complete it, claim course, and you can receive completely free certificate after that. So isn't it cool? Exam to earn Nvidia certification, Nvidia courses with free open source certification, etc., etc. So you see, it's not only free courses which are available always, but right now it's some new class for that as well. Again, sorry for that. Session, web page, free courses. So even here, okay, enroll now, accept, okay. So those courses which normally cost about $90 now you can get for free. And probably, let me just send it. Maybe someone will look it later, or maybe for myself I can give a link here. Hey, my chatbot, what are you thinking about it? And it's responded. Thanks for sharing the link. It looks like it's related to NVIDIA course on AI. If you have any questions about the courses or need more info, feel free to ask. No, I don't need. And why it's not announcing? Why it's not announcing? Message filter response. Okay. Chatbot. What is before that? Request post API completion message is for streamer response for comment. It looks like you shared. Come on, I ask you yes or no. System message. I already rewritten it, but it's not picking up it yet because I haven't restarted the bot. Okay, anyway, so I shared something, some good $90 course here. So please take it. you have the page where you can take those courses and you can complete it very fast and receive certification, which you can add to your LinkedIn or whenever, and it would be good addition in our era of AI specialists, don't you think? Okay, guys. As always, I'm glad to be with you here, and now it's your turn. Just go do something good for someone. Be kind, be wisdom, be person which accepts the things, have wisdom, and has a love in his heart, which he could spread with someone else. Okay, guys. See you. I'll see you on my next stream. It would be 2 or 3, or whenever you are ready, you can join. I'm not sure about the process of my stream and everything, but yeah, let's see how it will go. Goodbye.